really grateful for getting the honor from a prestigious, what I should say, IGCC, Chamber of Commerce of German, Indo-German. So we are really grateful to you, as well as I will maintain, always this kind of awards motivated us. At the same time, it only shows about more and more responsibility that is also lying on us to go forward. Along with profit, we take care of the planet and the people. We have understood these things, that the business where I am today, I cannot change the technology of the business, which is thermal power plant production, and at the same time generating CO2 emissions, which is definitely a greenhouse gas, which affects environment. But at the same time, we always try to make our efficiency at such a high level, so that we always consume less and less coal for production of 1 unit of electricity, and thereby reduce my carbon footprint. Trees to be planted, what is the maximum absorption of CO2 by what trees, what are the species that we need to plant, so that in various way we want to reduce our carbon footprint. When we actually try for a circular economy, we want to reduce, we want to redesign, we want to recycle, we want to ultimately we want to make our plant a zero waste, so that anything and everything we consider to be wastage can add value. 100% ash which we produce when we burn coal, that goes to value added product of cement production. We have recently got a patent for using value addition by bottom ash, where we will be reducing 45 to 70% of sand, because sand mining is becoming illegal. It ultimately makes the flow path of the river changed, for which there is flood. So we are now also trying to make this patent into implementation stage, so that this can help. So these are small things which we constantly strive for making things happen. We must not take away the natural resources in such a way so that the future generation suffers because of what we did today. So these are the very basic things which we try, and to do that we have decided that we will strive for constantly improvement of efficiency. In our case, efficiency is a very simple way of measurement, that amount of coal you burn for production of 1 unit of electricity is to be reduced from year to year going forward, so that your carbon or the greenhouse gas emission or the carbon footprint gets reduced going by. This is one. Second one is, why whatever you liberate by way of chain greenhouse gas, you have to some kind of mechanism, to the extent possible, absorb from the atmosphere CO2. Trees actually absorbs a CO2. That's why we have enough plantations inside the plant, which is at present around 1.2 to 1.5 lakh. Our target is to go for 1.7 lakhs. We are doing an exercise, taking care of in consultation with the Kalyani Krishi Vidyalaya. They will sample and find out the CO2 absorption capacity of the each varieties of trees what we have planted in the plant. Over and above, there is we a couple of months ago, maybe 12 months ago, we had a function where we had disclosed our diversity initiatives. In that case, the chairperson of MOEF came and they have found and they have proposed that why don't you try, since your plant is so nice, why you don't try to make this thing as a sanctuary rather than a plant. Your plant is there, you will be producing, but why not you create? There are others, some attributes if you can create, you can make this plant as a good sanctuary. There are certain critical resources which are may not be today is very much crisis, but going forward it will create a havoc crisis like water, on which your this award was the basic theme. That's why 75% of 275 acre, which is our plant area, 75% acre, 75% of that area has been under the rainwater harvesting. And we have a pond of roughly 1 lakh ton, 1 lakh meter cube. And we have so far have almost achieved 20%, 93% of this rainwater harvesting has reduced its freshwater intake as a result, and we have zero groundwater discharge system for us. So we try to find out that what are the areas through which we can give back something to our mother planet, to our mother nature, because that's in my way or in the organization culture, that's the way to go forward for sustainability of the business what we are in.